Hey, good morning everybody. Jared, 7B Forestry Mulching. Today's gonna be a little maintenance day. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do some tightening of the main belt on the chipper, and then we're also gonna clean out the main feed wheel. So, the main belt's in here and it stretches out over time, especially when the machine is new or when you just replace the belt. And so part of the daily check is to test to see what the tension is on the belt. And so you can see we're right at 3 inches. And so if I apply some pressure, push down pretty hard, you see we get to about 3 3/4. Standard is 3 3/8, or 3/8 deflection, plus or minus an eighth. So you want to be somewhere between a 1/4 inch and a 1/2 inch deflection. And so we're too loose. So what we got to do is we got to take off this cover, and then you adjust the tension on the belt by moving the entire engine. So after we take off the cover, we're going to loosen up the bolts on the front of the engine, both sides. We're going to loosen up the bolts on the back of the engine, and then we'll move the engine forward to tighten the belts. And then after we tighten the belts, where we get it to within standard, then we have to check that the 2 wheels are aligned and so that we're square. You don't want the belts offset by any. Okay? After we finish that, we're going to clean out the lower feed wheel. So if you look at that lower feed wheel, you see that it's full of bark and material, so it doesn't grab very well. And so we're going to get in there and clean that out so that the lower feed wheels grab and pull in equipment. All right, so let's get started. All right, so first step, 9/16 wrench, 9/16 socket, and we'll take off all the cover bolts. Need the wrench for some that are hard to get at. touches all 4 points of the square. Okay, so we're going to tighten up these bolts. Okay, so again, we're right at 3 inches. Put some weight on them. And we're right at 3 1/4. Again, we'll do that again. See, we're at 3 inches at the top of the bar. Pushing down pretty hard, and we're at 3 3/8. Okay, we'll check square again. Make sure we're not hitting any of the bolts. We want all 4 parts. Okay. One last final tighten up on each of these. All right. Okay, now we tighten everything back down. First thing we'll do is tighten down the jam nuts. All right, so Connor's in there cleaning out the lower feed wheel. Of course, the machine is off, the keys are removed and in my pocket.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Unless he has failure to perform, in which case the keys might go back in the machine. So we raised the upper feed wheel and locked it in place with the yoke lock. And then Connor's just using an inexpensive wood chisel to work his way through the lower feed wheel.